going on? Adam from Taexotics. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please do me that massive favour. Please smash that subscribe button. Leave a like, drop a comment. Don't forget to ting the notification bell. That way you don't miss another video. So guys, in today's video, it's just going to be a quick one. I just wanted to show you some of the upgrades that we've been doing to some of the enclosures in the shop. They were looking a bit dated, a bit old, a bit boring. So what we actually done, myself and Nick, we actually done two and I've done two. I won't tell you which two I done and which two he done. Leave down in the comments below. I numbered them 1, 2, 3 and 4. You tell me the best two that you like. Bit of a competition between me and Nick, so that'd be quite cool. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to show you some of these enclosures, and we are looking to do the majority of the enclosures in a similar sort of way than the ones you're about to see. It's just that with this substrate, with these particular animals, it's quite easy to do. When you move into substrates that are a lot looser, things like your reptochip and your cork barks, lignocells, aspins, that sort of thing, it's a lot harder and you can't quite get the same effect. But we'll try. We'll sort of work out something, because I want to make these enclosures look really awesome. And it's really simple. They're not like out of this world amazing, but compared to what they were, they're 100 times better. And the amount of comments we've got from people saying so, it's just been, it's been fantastic. So without further ado, guys, let's cut away and look at those enclosures. So here is enclosure number 1. Let me just open this. It'll be a bit noisy. But here we go. Now I'm not sure if you can actually quite get the sort of scape that I'm getting. But basically we just made it look a bit more natural. The substrate we use is actually tortoise life. It's designed, well, for tortoises really, but it's such a good substrate for any sort of arid species. In this one we have a leopard gecko. This is a banana blazing blizzard. I don't know where he is. I think he's underneath that one there. So we won't sort of mess it around too much. But all we've done here is literally, instead of a flat surface, we've just literally raised it up in the corner. So we've literally, made a hide up here, buried a hide, put some nice stones in there. Just made different sort of gradients, and made it so they can sort of tunnel, and just sort of make it look a bit more natural, really. So that's number 1. Again, I won't tell you who done it, me or Nick. And it's one of those things where you really got to see it, see it in person to actually appreciate the sort of 3D effect, if that makes any sort of sense, than what you're seeing on camera, because it just looks like a big flat bit of nothing at the moment. So let's shut this one up. So guys, I've actually taken out the glass for this one just to get a better angle. Hello. So basically we've done a similar sort of thing where we've made it sort of higher that end, sort of dug in the bits of cork bark, put these cool little bits of artificial plants sticking up, obviously with the sort of stones there. Again, tortoise life substrate, cannot recommend this stuff enough for arid species, so even for tortoises, obviously leopard geckos, Ackies and things like that, which I'll show you that in a second, the Ackies. But yeah, just a really nice, we can get around here. So guys, this is enclosure number 2. There's a leopard gecko chilling out against a water bowl. Again, very similar. If I pan out, you can't really get the full effect. And excuse the wires at the back, I haven't buried those in properly. But very similar. We've used tortoise life again. Like I said, can't recommend this stuff enough. It's really good for arid species. Leopard geckos, Ackies, bosks, fat tails, African fat tails, but obviously if you give them a humid hide, because they do require a bit more humidity than leopard geckos. Other than that, their care is quite similar. So what we've done is basically put these bits of artificial plants sticking out. Just use these pebbles just to give it a bit more of a natural effect. And this allows the gecko, there's a hide under here, which is sort of the length of that really, so it can get all the way under. Again, there's a hide under here, and he can actually get, or she should I say, can actually get in there and actually go all the way down into there. So just to make it a bit more naturalistic, I think it looks really cool. Again, it's one of those things where you can't really appreciate until you see it in person and actually gauge the sort of dynamics of it really. But that is enclosure number 2. You right, dude? Gorgeous animal. All right, let's go on to number 3. So guys, this is enclosure number 3. Now this is for the African fat tail, and like I said, very similar care to a leopard gecko, but we have actually given him a nice humid hide there full of moss. He spends most of his time in there. He was out about 20 minutes ago, but decided to go back to sleep. So again, very similar, buried out a bit. There you go. So yeah, so we've made loads of crevices, loads of hides. He can get behind this one, he can get underneath there, he can get underneath there. So he's got lots of places to hide. Again, just putting it on a mound rather than a flat surface really does make all the difference. It really does. I cannot stress to you how different it looks on camera to in person. It doesn't look much on camera because you can't really get, like I say, the angles and the sort of sculpture of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's the African fat tail, and that's enclosure number 3. Okay guys, enclosure number 4. Now this again is using the tortoise life substrate, but this one's mixed with a bit of eco earth as well. It just gives it that bit of a different look, slightly lighter in colour. Now I particularly like this one because we've gone for various different hides. So we've got a big ceramic hide underneath there that we've buried. You got hide there, there's loads of hides, a coconut hide there, again nice and buried with some decoration around. You've got this at the forefront here, so bits of cork bark sticking out that they can get behind. This is actually empty at the moment, but I have got an animal on the way to go in here. But I just think it's pretty cool, you know. How cool is that for, you know, a leopard gecko or similar sort of animal? There's so much sort of to do, loads of enrichment in there, loads of places to hide, loads of places to look for crickets and things like that. So I'm really, really happy with that. We've done a good job. I won't say who it is because this is enclosure number 4. Let me know which one was the best, or which 2 were the best. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Leave your comment down below. Let's have a bit of fun with Nick. I'm sure Nick will give it away in the comment section by saying the ones that he done. But there we go. That's enclosure number 4. Again, really, really chuffed with that one. Come out really nice. It's just better than a flat surface. It really is. Just adds so much more definition to it. And I know it kind of looks flat on camera, but trust me, it's not. So we can get down here. You can see all the little mounds and the different variations of height in the substrate. Really pleased with it. So enclosure number 4. So guys, this enclosure is one of the bigger ones that we've done. I actually done this one. I'll let you into that secret. This houses our 2 little Ackie monitors, or ridgetail monitors, spinal tail monitors, whatever you want to call them. Again, going for the same sort of effect as the smaller enclosures. Just lots of different places to look for food, loads of crevices, loads of different hide options. Obviously you can see him there sticking his nose out of the ceramic hide. But there's just so many places to hunt, and when I feed them in the morning and watch the crickets disperse, it's just so nice just to watch these hunt the way they perhaps hunt in the wild, you know, getting between the rocks and the bits of wood. It's just really nice, and I can see that they're happy. If that sounds corny, then, well, I'm not sorry, but I think they look happy. So that is one of the 4-foot enclosures with a couple of Ackie monitors, juveniles. If we look down there, you'll see it's water bowl, and it's on a sort of a mound as well. So it sort of dips from up there, sort of goes downhill. I just didn't want it to be flat anymore. You gonna come out and say hello? Oh, sorry. You gonna come out and say hi? No? Again, it's tortoise life substrate. Like I said, fantastic for arid species. That is mixed with orchid bark. It's mixed with some wood. And when I say wood, when I break up this cork bark and all the little fibres come off, I don't know if you can see them there, it just makes it look a bit more natural. He's thinking about coming out. He's not going today. So yeah, just burying the hide, something simple like that, just makes all the difference. So that is the 4 foot one we've done. Now let's take a look at the 3 foot for the juvenile bosks. So guys, this is one of the 3 foot enclosures we've done. This is for the juvenile bosk monitors. Very similar, again, the same substrate because this looks so awesome with the rocks and the little sort of shrubs growing up. I don't know where they actually are. Let's see if we can find one. Are you there? You're behind there. They're probably inside their hide. That's the only downfall. It does make them harder to see, especially when customers ask to see them. But again, we've got a ceramic hide in the bottom. There's the entrance to it just there. And obviously when the heat beams down, it sort of acts like a hot rock. Doesn't get majorly hot. It's not boiling hot, but it just sort of conducts heat naturally. What is that on the wall? It's mud up the wall. But yeah, I think that looks really cool. And these are, like I said, for 2 juvenile bosk monitors. At the moment, they're like that big each. They're tiny. Obviously, as they grow, they're still here. Then they'll get one of these each. But yeah, really happy with that. Just looks really, really naturalistic, I think. Loads of places, again, to look for food. When you put the crickets in and they all disperse, there's loads of nooks and crannies for the animals to hunt into. Just show a bit of natural behaviour, which is why I love it. Now let's just see the last one that we've done. So guys, this last one was actually one of the first ones we've done, I believe. It's a couple of weeks ago, actually. This is for our Moroccan Euromastics. He hardly ever comes out, if I'm honest. He has his little funny 5 minutes where he just runs up and down. And then he goes and hides and sleeps. Let me see if I can see him without messing this up too much. No, he's going to be right underneath there. But that's cool. This video isn't to show him. This is to show the enclosure that we've made for him. Very simple. Again, nice arid substrate, just for decoration. Bit of repty chip mixed in, just to make it look a little bit different. But yeah, that's where our Moroccan Euromastic hangs out. I'll try and get him on camera next time because he's quite a cool little dude. Much smaller than the Egyptians. Quite cute. But yeah, love cork bark. Love how natural it can look as well. So there we go. That is the last one. Well, it's the first one we've done, but the last one on this video. So there we go, guys. Just a quick look at some of the new enclosures that we've built over the last few days. Obviously, the Euromastic one we've done a couple of weeks ago. But the gecko ones are looking really cool. And trust me when I say it's one of those things you have to see in person to sort of gauge and sort of see the real sort of benefits from it. But I hope it come across on camera okay. I'm going to sort of do most of the enclosures in the shop a similar sort of way, obviously not all the same substrate because obviously different animals require different needs and humidity levels and things like that. But try and get it as naturalistic as possible is the aim. I want people to walk in and say, wow, that's a nice enclosure. Because that means a lot. That means, you know, that I've done something right. It means people got faith in me and people know that I know what I'm doing and all that sort of fun stuff. It's just a nice feeling when people compliment you on something that you've worked hard on, or seeing your vision sort of come to fruition, if that makes sense. I'm blubbering on now, I do that quite a lot. So guys, thanks for watching. Like I said in my last video, any video inquiries or requests that you've got, please shoot me a message at www.taexotics.co.uk, website is there, or you can send me an email at taexotics@gmail.com, that's there, or you can send me a message through Instagram or Facebook, however you want to do it. On Instagram, I'm actually doing a giveaway for one of the taexotics t-shirts. Have I got it on today? Oh no, I was involved in Pythons today. For a t-shirt and a £50 voucher to spend here in store. So head over to my Instagram, link will be down below to see what you've got to do to be able to chance to win that. So guys, thanks for watching. Thank you very much for your continued support. It really does mean the world. And until next time, see you soon.